In the ancient lands of India, where tales of wisdom and valor were passed down through generations, there lived a king named Bimbisara. His rule was marked by prosperity and power, but it also drew the envious eyes of those who coveted his throne. Among these rivals was Anathapindika, a merchant of considerable wealth and cunning intellect. Anathapindika's heart burned with ambition, a relentless desire to topple the king and claim his throne as his own. Anathapindika's thirst for power drove him to assemble a council of advisors, eager to chart a path to the king's downfall. Suggestions flowed like a river of intrigue: assassination, character assassination through rumors, betrayal by bribed soldiers. Yet, Anathapindika's calculating mind rejected these tactics as too direct, too fraught with peril. It was in this moment that an old sage, a wise man with a lifetime of insights, offered a different approach: 4 paths to the destruction of an enemy. The first was the crudest: physical elimination, a route fraught with danger. The second revolved around a subtler strategy: sowing lies and mistruths to undermine the king's reputation. But this too carried its risks, for falsehoods could unravel and tarnish the deceiver's own standing. The third path was that of subtlety, the creation of distrust among the king's allies. It required masterful manipulation and careful execution. And finally, there was the fourth path, the most formidable of all: the conquest of the king's mind. Anathapindika's curiosity ignited, and he implored the old sage for further wisdom. The sage spoke of the imperative to first control one's own mind, to tame the wild horse of emotions and impulses. Without mastery over oneself, conquering another's mind was a futile endeavor. The sage then advocated for a thorough understanding of the enemy's mind, delving deep into their psyche to uncover their fears, strengths, and weaknesses. Only with this knowledge could one employ psychological tactics effectively. As Anathapindika imbibed these teachings, his intricate plan took shape. He began with flattery, praising the king's virtues, and seeding rumors that ridiculed his enemies. He worked deftly to weave distrust among the king's allies, casting shadows of doubt and suspicion. Slowly but surely, the king's reputation faltered, and the foundation of his power began to erode. Yet, Anathapindika's ambition reached beyond the king's downfall. He yearned to break the king's spirit, to conquer his mind, and he sought to wield the most potent weapon of all: compassion. With a humility that belied his past machinations, Anathapindika appeared before the king, confessing his wrongdoings and pledging allegiance. The king, wise and discerning, recognized the transformation, although he saw through the veneer. The king responded not with vengeance, but with wisdom that resonated deeply. He conveyed that true strength emerged from responding to hatred with love, violence with peace, and greed with generosity. Moved by the king's teachings, Anathapindika underwent a profound transformation. He realized the emptiness of material power and found purpose in service and compassion. Inspired by the king's example, he became a fervent disciple of Gautama Buddha, whose teachings echoed the 4 paths of conquering one's enemy through inner transformation. Anathapindika's metamorphosis culminated in a profound realization that the true enemy lay within, in the forms of ignorance, greed, and hatred. By vanquishing these inner demons, one could surmount any challenge and attain genuine happiness. Anathapindika's journey demonstrated that even the bitterest adversary could evolve into a friend through compassion and reconciliation. Ultimately, the story underscored the significance of integrity, compassion, and ethical conduct, even in the face of adversity. It taught that true victory wasn't measured by physical might or material wealth, but by the conquest of one's own mind and the nurturing of compassion and wisdom.